A great way to update furniture for your baby's nursery is to paint it. Here at the Nursery Paint Company we get lots of queries as the best way to do this, so today decorating expert Ian is going to run through his step-by-step guide to prepping and painting a cot. In this video, Ian is going to use our VOC-free antibacterial paint, which is designed especially for use in nurseries. Our paint is safe for pregnant mums to use, and it is also safe for your new baby to sleep in straight away.
Today we're going to repaint this old cot. A tired looking cot, needs revamping. We're going to paint it in Nursery paint, which is a non-toxic paint. First we need to prepare your surfaces, and the ideal way of doing that is to dismantle it, and then we can do each piece separate. So we'll dismantle it, prepare it, and then I'll show you how to paint it. We've now dismantled the cot, and the next stage is to prepare the surface. And firstly you need 2 buckets of water, you need some washing soap, sponge, wash leather and your abrasive, and we're going to use a wet and dry abrasive. The reason for this is we don't want to create any dust. It's an old painted cot, it might have toxic pigments in it. If it's a pre-1960s somebody's painted, it could have traces of lead in the paint, so we don't want any dust. That way the safest way is to rub it down wet. Put your soap into 1 bucket, just a bit, put your abrasive in. The reason we put a bit of soap in there is 1, it helps the abrasive stick to the surface when you're rubbing it down. 2, it's going to clean your surface down as you're doing it, so any dirt and grime you're going to be washing it off. So firstly, wet your surface with the paper and follow the direction of the grain, okay? If you want, you can use a block with the paper. So just wrap your paper around the block and you've got a rubbing block. And again, just follow the grain. Whether the cut is painted or whether it's varnished, you're still going to prepare it in the same way. You don't necessarily have to strip it right down to the bare wood. You're getting a key on the surface so the next coat of paint adheres to it. And the Nursery paint is a self-priming paint, so if you do happen to rub through the bare wood, it acts as its own primer. And if you don't go through to the bare wood, and as long as you've got that good key, you'll get good adhesion and the paint will stick to it. And again, we're in the direction of the grain. If you use it against the direction of the grain, you're going to put scratches in the wood. That way, if you do that, then finish off again by going the direction of the grain. Now we've rubbed it down, as you can see on the surface, it's full of residue from the paint what we've rubbed off. So what we need to do is get a sponge and water, rinse it off, wash it off rather. So you're removing all the residue. And when you've got all that away, that's when your clean water comes in. Clean water with your wash leather, and then we can rinse it off. Go over it with a dry wash leather. Remove any excess water off the surface. And now your surface, when it's dry, is ready for painting. Right, now we're ready for painting the cot, and we're going to use this Nursery paint, good quality, non-toxic natural paint. You're going to need a paint kettle, a stir stick, some wooden blocks to stand the cot sides on, and a good quality brush. Okay, Nursery paint recommend a good quality synthetic brush. So you can go to the top of the range with a Worcester, Purdy, come down a little bit to a Nour. A good quality brush, whatever your price range is and how much you're going to use it. So now we need to open the paint. So when you open the paint, your tin might have been on the shelf in the shop, in the back of the van, and you might have a layer of dust in the groove on the top. So when you open your lid, Always lift it away from the contents of the paint, so any dust that falls out don't fall into the tin. Wipe your lid, and then you're ready for stirring it up. You need to stir the paint up. If it's been stood on the shelf for a while, it might have settled out a little bit, so you need to bring the bottom to the top so you've got a good consistency of paint. When you've done that, just wipe your stick. And then just put that to one side. Good. The reason you work out of a paint kettle is if you work out of the tin, you haven't got anywhere to wipe your brush or tap your brush on the side. So decant some of the paint into the paint kettle, and then you can put your lid back on, and that'll prevent any spillages. Put that to one side. Now you've got your paint in your paint kettle, you've actually got room to wipe your brush on the side. To ensure you get the right amount of paint on the brush, dip it in, tap it on the side, and you're not overloaded with paint. What you want to avoid doing is putting your brush in and just carrying it over where it drips all over the place. Okay, so we're going to start off, paint underneath your top edge. And then bring your lats in. So when you're putting it on, you want a nice even coating, okay? So put your paint on. Make sure you catch all your edge. Work it out so you get a nice even coat, and then lay it off, following the direction of the grain. You'll find that this nursery paint, the eggshell, is really good at covering, and 2 good coats, even on a dark surface like this, will be sufficient for a nice solid finish. We've put the blocks underneath so you're not laying the wet paint down on the dust sheet. It's lifting it off and allows the side to dry, and then while you're painting the other sections, we can then come back, turn this over and paint the other side. If you paint both sides and lay it on your blocks, you're going to get an imprint of your block on the side that you just painted. Although it feels touch dry, it still needs its full amount of time to dry off, which is 1 to 2 hours depending on the conditions of the room. If it's damp outside, cold in the room, it might take a little bit longer. Give it its full amount of time to dry, and then you can set and coat it. This one's had a good few hours to dry off, so we can set and coat it. Start off same format as last time, underneath edges, bringing your spindles in. When your spindles are done, then we can do the outside edges.